Okay, hello and welcome back to another My Team episode. Today you join me for the Austrian Grand Prix. Sorry for the lack of uploads. I haven't posted in a couple of days because I've had exams at school for my A-level mocks and I haven't had the time because I've been revising and stuff. So, yeah, well we're back now. And hopefully the uploads will continue to flow and, you know, stick to a schedule. Anyways, we're going into qualifying then. I had a bit of an issue with this one. I keep doing this for some reason. I missed the timing line of my second flyer by about 6 seconds. So I only set this one lap, which was a decent lap,
There's
but
only
it's
one lap
P5.
of fuel remaining.
But I don't think we'll start that high.
And welcome to Spielberg and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson is here once again for today's Grand Prix. Let's talk about Reed. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Gasly, Tsunoda, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, Ricciardo, Leclerc, Norris and Kimi Raikkonen, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Reed and Russell, Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Mick Schumacher, Jack Aitken and Lance Stroll, Matsushita, Latifi, Mazepin and Daniel Ticktum. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright then. We're going to go for a 1-stop soft to mediums. I feel like a lot of people go for a 2-stop, so if we go for this one, it kind of gives us a little bit of flexibility of what we do for those last few laps, because I'm never going to set a fastest lap unless I'm on the faster tyres, so we'll see how it goes. But anyways, to 5, red lights. We are underway for the Austrian Grand Prix. We started in P13, then we get a pretty bad start here. Russell on our right, Schumacher on our left. We go for a dive down the inside of turn 1, bumping it. Russell pushes us a little bit into the inside of turn 1. Ocon on our left hand side then. We're not going to manage to get past him until we get into turn 3 up here. We're going to go around the outside of him and Russell ahead of us. Yellow flag behind, green flag just before we get to manage to almost go past Russell. We're going to have a look for a dive down the inside of the next turn here up into turn 4. We make it around the outside, almost going into Giovinazzi. We're going to let him go past. Obviously, that was our fault. And I'm learning, so we're letting Giovinazzi go because I gained an unfair advantage. Have that. I'm learning. Anyways, up into lap 2, turn 3 up here. Dive down the inside of Giovinazzi. They're barely making it past. He stops. We have a little bit of a drift session there, managing to get past up into P11 then.
Nice move.
1 position off of the points already. DRS enabled.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone,
which can be very useful for the next couple of laps. Lap 5, we've managed to catch up to Raikkonen a little bit. However, it's just been a solid DRS train up from P11 up until P3, all just getting DRS off of each other. But we're gonna manage to just about catch up, and on lap 6 then we're going to be able to have an opportunity to go for the dive down the inside of turn 3 like we have done before, letting off the brakes a little bit to let us roll through a little bit faster than he would. DRS again on Norris. We're not going to be able to get past him because he has DRS ahead on
There's been an
Bottas.
incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
But we've managed to get up into the points, and on lap 7 then we'll be right behind Norris into the DRS zone. He will have DRS, but so will we. We have the balls. He does not. As we go into turn 3 again, going for another lunge, managing to almost get past. He pulls off, he backs out and pushes himself off the track, and we manage to keep that position. P9 then. Bottas ahead, we're going to go for another signature move of turn 3 dives, and we're going to go right past him this time, ahead before the corner, unlike normally. Very nicely done indeed, DRS on Leclerc, but that's not going to mean anything. Lap 9 again, we're going to have DRS on Leclerc, and for, what, the 4th or 5th time, we're going to have a turn 3 dive, and we're going to make it past. Oh, that move is too good. If you have DRS on them, you'll get in their position. Oh, we're going to do it again, aren't we? Oh my god, lap 10, we're behind Hamilton. Are we going to have a look? Are we going to have a look into turn 3? Of course we are. Through we go. Purple sector 1, managing to get past Hamilton, keeping it sticky. What? Oh. We're behind Ricciardo in lap 10. Gasly's gone into the pits.
Pierre is in for his stop.
I'm wondering whether he's going to go for a second set of softs. It's quite early to go for a set of mediums, and a set of hards is just done. Lap 11, he went for a set of mediums. Ricciardo's going in, Tsunoda's going in. We're going to be up into P3 here from pit stops, but they're pitting so early. I'm projected to pit like 15 or 16, and they're going in lap 11, 12s. Lap 13 then, behind Perez, DRS on him, into turn 4. We're going to do a Perez on Perez, just diving down that corner.
Good job.
So into lap 13, or not into lap 13, but on lap 13, the push for first place is on. Verstappen's ahead by 5 seconds. It's going to be a difficult one. But yellow flag behind into turn 3. Safety car's out! Giovinazzi's gone. Giovinazzi's like got in front of this Aston here and just hit a bump or something and got sent flying forward across the track and knocked himself out. Things couldn't go better.
Confirmed. We'll
Boxing
proceed
this
with the end of
lap. Obviously, Russell's also out. We're going to box this lap, playing it nice and
Strategy is
safe.
available on the MFD.
Jefferson's about a pit strategy as we're in the pits for some reason. 2.6 second stop. Gasly goes past us. Everyone else goes into the pits.
No more scheduled pit
We're going to be
stops.
out in P3 on the fresher tyres. Verstappen hasn't even pitted yet. Going green then on lap 18. Ticks him on our right. Here's a blue flag. Ocon as well. Go for a dive down the inside of Gasly up into P2, but that's net P1 because Verstappen has to pit at least once. Yellow flags behind for some reason, but we've managed to get up into P2 again, net P1. Because Verstappen, I'm assuming lap 18, Verstappen is going to send himself into the pits. That is my assumption. There he goes. Into the pits we go. Or he goes even. And that's going to put us up into P1 in Austria. Now we just have to deal with Gasly, because DRS will be enabled. I think it already is enabled. Or it will be enabled soon. On lap 19, Gasly goes around the outside, or the inside, I don't know what that is, inside or outside, I don't know. Of the straight, we have him to battle, almost having contact on his rear. We get past him, yellow flags down that into turn 3, that's Verstappen, I think. Verstappen, is that Verstappen or is that Perez? It's definitely Verstappen. Perez is right behind Gasly. I'm just waiting for that notification. Max Verstappen, out of the session. That's 3 DNFs so far. Flip a neck. Lap 20 then. We're breezing through. Hamilton P4. Yellow flags behind. That's the Mercedes gone. Watch a replay of that. Hamilton's absolutely sent himself off the track. Idiot. Ugh. Banter. Lap 21 then. Gasly has DRS into turn 1. We're going to get DRS off of him for the next turn. Shifting down into gear 3 to get the extra rotations through the corner, getting past him before the DRS is open, opening that up. And now we're going to be ahead. Perez and Gasly are fighting ferociously behind us. I don't know who's going to come out of top. So far it's Perez. Yet Perez is out ahead. Very nicely done indeed. Flipping it. Lap 23. Going down the straight. Gasly's in the pits. Why is Gasly in his pit? Why is Norris in the pits as well? Everyone's pitted for another set of mediums, and there's a yellow flag and a safety car.
We've been informed that the safety car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stopped vehicles on the track. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
I've ran the calculations, and I'm pitting now for a set of softs. If I can get under a 2-second stop, I should be out ahead of Gasly, still in P1. Barely cutting it down to get us into the pits there. 79 kilometers an hour. 2 more and we were going to be done for. Into the box we go. And we're going to have a 1.9. Oh, very nicely done. Right. Sprint to this first corner then in the pits. We're going to have to just shove ourselves out. And we are going to be out ahead of Gasly. Very nicely done.
The safety car is coming in this lap. We'll be pacing the field in sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car is in the pit lane.
Yeah, what a strategy call that was. Putting the softs on. Now we shouldn't be able to be overtaken until there's DRS. We should be able to get the fastest lap, which will give us that extra point stolen from our teammate, who is also our championship rival. It's alright, I'm allowed to do that. And then, yeah, we're just going to have to see how that goes. Right, backing up the field then. We want everyone to, because we're going to have the better launch, we're going to have the better grip on acceleration. And as you can see, in gear 4 then, ERS deployed, sending it down that straight up into T1. Gasly is 0.4 seconds behind, and we're pulling away quite substantially here. Yellow flag behind. I don't know why that always happens at this track. There's always a yellow flag after a safety car. I don't really know why. Lap 32 then. Gasly's far behind. They've dropped back immensely. Don't know why that.
Clear.
And another Mercedes has gone. I'm assuming that's Valtteri Bottas. Yeah, that's Valtteri Bottas. He's sent himself off. like teammate. And on lap 34 into turn 1 there's another yellow flag. That's a Mercedes. I don't know what Mercedes. They're both far behind. But I don't know what's gone on there. And the other Mercedes seem to slow as they go up to it. They're both continuing on. Gonna have to watch a replay. Hamilton taps the back of Matsushita there. Reverses back onto the track. And then Valtteri Bottas, I don't know what he's really been doing, just pulls up behind him. Doesn't try and go round. None of that. So they just held each other up and literally cost each other the race. On lap 36 though, we managed to take the lead, and we have also managed to steal that fastest lap right at the last second. Just managed to steal it from our teammate. Very nicely done.
Overcome their rivals for a memorable win here today. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones, and ultimately, if you do that often enough, you end up winning the race. It was great to watch as well though, wasn't it? Forget strategy, forget tyre management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
There we go then. Fastest lap. 26 points for us. 18 for Gasly. 44 for the team. So, decent race. Mercedes have absolutely fluffed it. Haas in P14. Williams in P12. Alfa Romeo in P10. I don't know what's going on anymore, to be honest. I trust Nicholas Latifi is in P13 and Tictum in P14. There's a Haas and Williams in the top 15 in the championship. What? I don't know how that's even possible. And Haas is in P8 and Williams in P7 of the constructors. Aston Martin haven't even gotten a bloody point. This is really, really, really messed up. But yeah, we got the win. We got the points. Pit strategy call. Beautiful. And yeah, I couldn't be happy with that result, to be honest. And now, before I go, I'm looking at a new teammate. Preferably Daniel Ricciardo. We get to choose at the end of the next race. So let me know in the comments who I should choose as my next teammate. I am looking at Ricciardo though. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one for our home Grand Prix. Cool.